today we went to Collioure, which is about 1.5 hours from Toulouse, and staying overnight. So let's go and discover Collioure, which is on the Mediterranean coast of France, about 1.5 hours from Toulouse. So this is Collioure, which in 2024 was voted the village which was preferred by the French. There you go, here's proof that Collioure is the village that is preferred by French people. Let's go and discover a little bit more, but we've already been here, so rediscover. So this is one of the little beaches in Collioure with the defensive walls and the harbour, the little harbour. We'll go the other side to the harbour, in fact. And over here we have an actual working windmill which is used to grind olives, to make olive oil. And just up on the hill, I don't know if you can see it, there's another fort. Because it's a frontier town, it would have been at many times needed to defend itself against the Spanish or the French. This is Catalonia. It's about 1.5 hours from Toulouse, and it's the 21st of December. And it's a beautiful day. Might even be people in the sea. So this is the pathway of Charles Rennie Mackintosh in Roussillon, and it shows you where he painted 30 watercolours in the actual situation where it was taken, which is pretty cool. And apparently we can come down here because in the evening, when it gets dark, which will, by the looks of it, won't be too soon, it will be quite soon in fact, the lights on the sea. My dog wants to go for a swim. No, Stanley, you cannot. There's Christmas trees here, which seems a bit weird. This is the Mediterranean Sea down here. And there is the castle, the fort, over there. And up on the hill, just go back, up over on the hill, is another fort at the top there. And there's a story about that. I think I said that in another video. Right, you may have been to a discotheque, but have you ever been to an anchoithèque? It's a place that sells only anchovies, which are very famous here. There you go. This is where all the anchovies are. And they've even got Christmas tea. How about that? Keep calm and eat anchois. And over there we can just see the end of the Pyrenees as they go into the Mediterranean Sea. Just over here is a little chapel on a little bit of rock over there. I'm not sure we can go in, but we can walk over there definitely. Probably get a nice view of the beach or the town or the, yes, the town of Collioure. Now, as I saw before, is the end of the pyramid going into the Med. And there up on the hill is the fort. That would have been the sort of forward lookout over the sea, and also into Aragon in Spain. It's just the other side, not so far. Going up to this little chapel up there. I don't think it's open, but we can have a look in anyway. Something about little chapels on the edge of the sea. And all over Collioure is these like frames where you can look through to take the best picture of the tower and of the town. Here's a pretty good vantage point to see all around. And there's the sort of the main beach ahead. And one of the big sort of products, local products here, is anchovies and wine. And the wine is grown on terraces. I don't know if you can see them, but on those hills there's little terraces. They build little walls because it's pretty much sheer drops. And they do white and red wine here. And a little bit further along, in fact not that way, but this way, down here, on the other side of that promontory, is Bagnols. And Bagnols is famous for a sweet, well, it's an aperitif wine, fortified wine, a bit like a port or a sherry or something like this. And that's just the other side of there. And as in a lot of chapels, you have a big cross with the Jesus on it, looking out to sea. Would have been one of the preparations for the fishermen who come here and pray, probably. That is Collioure. Collioure in all its glory. Beautiful. And I can see there's a bit of a storm over there at sea. Maybe coming this way. So this is a Matisse called La Moulade, and La Moulade is dun, 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 there. Do you think it looks the same? I could probably do better. And this is by André Derain, painted in 1905, and it is fishing boats in Collioure. This is one of the cannons from the castle that would have protected Collioure from I don't know what, but I'll have to check out. And this shows you how to take a photo of the tower. Clocher is the clocher, it's the bell tower of Collioure. Sketch, it's a real town of art. This is by Henri Matisse. It was painted in 1905 and it's called Boats at Collioure. Back at Collioure. Here's another one by André Derain and it's called the Faubourg of Collioure. The light is starting to get really nice now, and it's then when you appreciate why there were so many painters came here. And in fact there's a cafe, sort of a bar cafe up the road, where people like Van Gogh and Matisse and company came here as very poor artists and paid for their stay or their meal or their wine or whatever with their paintings, and the paintings are on the wall, and I think some of them are worth quite a lot of money. Well, I don't know if it's open because we're out of season, but we'll see. On the castle, the red and white flag is the Catalan flag. We are in Catalonia, and people down here speak French and Catalan. In fact, I just saw some people and I wanted to take a photo and they're just in the way, and I just asked them to move, and I asked them in Spanish and they didn't understand it. They spoke Catalan, but they said they understood a bit of French, which was cool. And there is the bell tower of Collioure. This is the second recommended viewpoint of the bell tower of Collioure. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm free the way that everyone should be. You don't need all those nice shiny things to be happy and feel free. You don't need security, now you don't.
It's funny, but this reminds me a bit of Linton and Lynmouth, and it's this bit that reminds me of it.
Ah oui, en peluche, oui, très bonne idée par contre.
So this sculpture is called Sole Porte, and it's by Francesca Caruana, and it commemorates the expulsion of the last 39 Jews from Roussillon in 1493, which were chased by the Inquisition. And the families of the Mose, Fuentes, Asde, Stelina, Bendit, Nissim Salomon, Lara Petrosa, de Pera, Mose Jacob Lobella were put on the Santa Maria and the San Cristofol, and these were the ones that were used by Columbus, I'm pretty sure. I did check that one out, but it sounds like the same one and the same date more or less. They're drying out in the sun. Here's a cormorant. It's definitely a place to come out of season, because you can actually move around. You can actually get a restaurant place and a place in a cafe to have a nice coffee or cocktail facing the sea. And it's really quite nice. It's not very cold, and the light is absolutely fabulous. Makes me want to paint. With the light here, it just makes me want to paint. In fact, I might take a picture of this and then paint it, because it's absolutely beautiful. And coming out of season, even though you can hear in the background jingle bells or whatever, just doesn't feel like it should be there. But there you go. What you get when you come out on the 21st of December. The one problem in Collioure is that it's so beautiful. They keep taking loads and loads of pictures and video. So this is probably like the 27th one, the same, but it just looks so gorgeous, especially with this light. It's fabulous. And this today is a walking path. It's called Chemin de la Liberté, so it's Pathway to Liberty, and it was where the resistance and English pilots who and American and Canadian Allied pirates whose planes were shot down were taken to liberty through here and through onto Spain, And in 1939, what was called the retirada was where the Spanish were escaping Franco's persecution, came through this way into France. This is the famous Maison d'Éclos that sells anchois. I'm going to get some anchois for Christmas. So this is Maison d'Éclos, which is very famous for anchovies, the famous Collioure anchovies, which are AOPs, and I'm going to get some for Christmas because I love them as an aperitif. This nice big fat fillet of anchovies. So here we've got loads here. The tomate, which you can spread onto bread or toast, and anchois, which is a bit like, can I say, it's a bit like tapenade, but it's made of anchois, anchovies, and this is tapenade made of olives and black olives, very famous down here, aioli, and rouille, which is used in the fish soup. And in the back we have lots of local wines all around here, Collioure and Bagnols. And Aladdin's Cave. And in Collioure, over the next few days, they've got this light show with projected lights onto the old buildings. This is the fort.
En ce qui concerne la bombage, c'est pas beaucoup plus vache, mais une chance me tourmente. C'est que celle de ma fabrication, donc un rayon d'action de 3,50 m. Il y a quelque chose qui cloche là-dedans. J'y retourne immédiatement.
Ça va tonton?
Ça va.
Il a bossé pendant des jours, tâchant avec amour d'améliorer le modèle. Quand il déjeunait avec nous, il avalait d'un coup sa soupe au vermicelle. On voyait à son air féroce qu'il tombait sur un os, mais on n'osait rien dire. Et puis...
So 10 minutes down the road from Collioure is this place. It's in Port-Vendres. It's called the Cabanon de Pêcheur. You can reserve it. It's a bit difficult on their Facebook, and it's absolutely fabulous. We've just had a parade de poisson, so like 3 or 4 different fish, and we just couldn't finish it. There was 2 big dorades, 3 big red bream, I think they're called, razor clams, and huge gambas, and it was absolutely deliciously cooked, and it was just too much to eat. It was really, really nice. Cabanon de Pêcheur in Port-Vendres. This is the harbour in Port-Vendres. It's full of jellyfish. I thought it was a thing of the summer. Mind you, it's quite warm today. It's 18 degrees. It's really quite nice.